Okay. Stream begins. That's good. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Fire Emblem Engage. The title thing was there briefly. Fun fact. I had to go through the notes of like the updates. And it's like, oh, version 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 2.0. Wait, what? So, a little bit of a jump up there. Usually you do versions 4, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, you know, that sort of thing. Before you shoot to a full-on 2.0. But regardless, Fire Emblem Engaged. They're currently the latest Fire Emblem game that you can actively get on your Nintendo Switch. Or through illegal means, but Nintendo didn't hear that from me. For the record, I am actually playing on the Switch because, unlike some people, I'm not a filthy pirate going the whole yar hard fiddly-hee. Regardless, let us begin. Oh, and of course, we don't see the intro cinematic on here because I was seeing exactly just how much I had to get through to get to the main menu, and it's like there's an intro cinematic which, let's face it, may or may not be spoilery, but that seems to be the case with anime intros now, doesn't it? To begin with, we get to select a form. We can be male, we can be female. Now, obviously, the question should be is which one's cuter, and obviously that would be the male one. But the real question is which one would be more fun to play as, seeing as this is your avatar character, essentially. Your Wobbins, your Corans, your Byleths. Now, of course, everyone should probably be screaming, no, not another Byleth, if you don't like Byleth's personality of a brick wall. So, you know, the most pressing of issues, gender. Can I start white ring grifting now? So, of course, there's the female option, and, okay, well, pressing A just gives us to the name bit. I forget this stuff sometimes. That's usually how it works in character creator. Let's face it, we are male. And the default name is Aaliyah, but that won't do. Obviously, it'd be Liquis. Characters that cannot be displayed will be showed as white squares. Quite frightening. That's right, people that want to call their characters penis. You won't be getting away with it. And of course we get to select our date of birth. Of course our month and day. I don't think this is a spoilery thing, but 12 of the 10th. And then we get to select our difficulty. Normal. For those that are either new to the game or the series in general, and those that are of an intermediate level. So those that may not want to just immediately go into the deep end, because you never know what changes to combat mechanics there have been. Hard is for those experienced players. You know, you've played a game or two in the past, and you actually know quite well how to play tactical games like Fire Emblem. Might be more ideal for you. And of course, for those that are truly mad, the maddening. I would call you insane, but pardon me, but I'm sure that on a Fire Emblem-esque subreddit, you can probably find people being like, I did this on maddening, well, I utilised this skill to cheese every enemy in the game, and you know what I did? I made sure I had 20 different weaknesses! Truly deranged! Those people can certainly have a nice place in hell for thinking that they can get away with that absolute trope. But regardless, we'll be playing on normal to give you a normal perspective on this thing. And of course you get to select the mode. In Fire Emblem back in the day, you would, well, if your characters died, outside of very specific ones that were relevant to the story to always be alive, like the Lord, usually, if they died, that was it! You gamed over your... Oh, what the fuck did I just whack off my desk? Oh, bar chocolate. Ignore that. Damn you for cocoa. Anyway, as I was saying, usually if a plot critical character died, you're gamed over. Like Crom in Awakening. He is required to live. So if he dies, even on Classic, if he falls in battle, it's like, you're done. You're fucked. Reload that last save, fuckers. As it were. But Casual allows for people to live. Your non-critical ones, at least. So if you unfortunately decide to throw a flying unit at a literal horde of bow users, their death will not be in vain. Well, it will be, you've wasted your time doing that, but outside of that, there is a lot less consequence. We'll be playing on casual, just to show how much we get out of it. Now, the question is this profile able to play online? It's connecting. It's still connecting. Hey, it connects. Woo, okay, good. I didn't know whether my stream profile could or not. Okay, well, good news. Well, we did it. We successfully connected to the internet. Yay! And so, our opening cutscene shows us using our sword. Because we wouldn't be an avatar character without utilizing sword. Now would we? Marth.
We can handle this.
In stand form. And other characters also happen to be here. Alongside spirit forms of other Fire Emblem characters from the past, like Lyn, Roy. Very GBA of you, but regardless.
We won't lose. Not today.
And that was a close one. And then Ike appears. Because of course he does. And Lucina. Man, Crom's not even popular enough to be represented in be the representative of Awakening. Please ignore that he is in fact DLC, and it tells you in the version notes if you happen to be loading up the game for the first time on a profile.
Final battle lies ahead.
So yes, Crom is in this game, don't worry, but he is DLC, so that requires doing whatever it is for the DLC. I forget what it may be.
It's time to engage.
They roll the credits upon the statement of engage. But yes, an interesting thing occurring. A lot of battling, a lot of enemies for just 4 twats to be having to deal with. But hey, you know, whatever. And Shades of Awakening, as our opening map certainly seems to feel like a very much some point in the future.
The others fought hard to clear a path for us. We can't let them down.
You're here at your end. This place will be your tomb.
This 3-eyed monstrosity is just a question mark. So that's fun. You there, not Faladar. What does your third eye see? It sees me kicking your ass. Mwahaha. Oh, well, okay then.
Move in. I'll remain by your side.
So yes, what I skipped over is the tutorial for moving. Behold what you can do with a singular movement of your analog stick. We can also go into the menu, but for now all we can do is save, system, and end turn. So let's be fair, I'll go back onto the thing because I did skip through it. To move, select your unit with A. Then select where to move with the left analog stick. The blue spaces indicate your unit's range of movement. So that means if your movement is, say, of 4, that means you can move 4 spaces. If your movement is of 7 because you're on a horse or a flying unit, then you can move 7 spaces. Very simple to understand, and thankfully is not the original D&D logic of tile movement where it's you move 1 tile, yeah, that's your turn. So thank goodness for that. And then you press A to confirm your unit's destination. Actually, since we have now got access to this, I'm actually going to see if I can change the from you, potentially. I don't know if it's too loud or too quiet. Voices will keep like that. Ooh. Actually, it's a bit quieter than I thought it'd be. That means we want to go back into the system and maybe turn it up a little bit. There we go. So yes, for us, we are a dragon child. With dragon. Now, I gather the dragon bit. And there's also a symbol of a dragon. Just to really hammer it home, we are indeed a dragon. So, shades of fate. With Corwin, of course, being a dragon. We also have Liberation. A sword that is personally ours. How lovely. So yeah, we're weak to things that are good against dragon. And we're level 20. Fair enough.
Got this.
This is a prologue segment, so don't expect us to be like this forever. After you move a unit, you'll see a list of commands. If you do not want to take an action, select wait. And since the game doesn't give us any other option, we shall wait. We shall twiddle our
You
thumbs.
have no hope of defeating me, not even with your emblem.
Oh no. Once all your units have taken action, the player phase ends and the enemy phase begins. Because of course all battles should be taken in a turn-based order. Our units shall move first, your units shall then move second. Unless you're Valkyria Chronicles, where of course my units move first, but while I'm moving them, you get to plink away at them. The fuck, Sega? Once both phases are completed, the turn ends and next turn begins with a new player phase. There will probably be a tutorial upon a map where there are allies, but the point is it, usually in the Fire Emblem sense, that there are times when you will have allies on the map that are not blue or red. That'll be green. And usually they're not really good at that whole fighting thing, so you'll probably be best protecting them. But they also get a phase, so that they can do what they are meant to be doing on said map. Usually. Even if it's just twiddling their thumbs until they get killed. It's a thing to do.
He's within reach now. We can strike.
The foolish enemy decided to get within our range of radius of attack, so that means to attack, we move our unit close to an enemy and select the attack button. Yeah. You can also begin an attack with A if you move your cursor to an enemy, and CA to attack. Ooh. So that's a good thing, so we can just do this. No, we can't. Okay, that's weird. We can't in that case. So we deal 12 damage, they deal 20. Of course. Not much we can do about it.
To die here was ever your destiny. The rings are mine.
Obviously referring to all the other emblem rings that exist. Not just the Marth one that we haven't had. And I know it says question mark, but it's Marth. So anyway, we took damage last turn, and we're taking damage again this turn. We are going to die horribly. Maybe that is our fate. And then we'll just flash back, and it'll be like 10 months ago, before we died horribly.
Engage.
Roll the credits again. I should probably shut up about saying rolling the credits every time someone says engage, because this is Fire Emblem Engage. Anyway, engaging, take another shot if you're drinking into this. Where the engage meter is full, select engage. Oh, I really envy your livers. Wait, no, I don't envy them. I don't want to be in a hospital. Anyway, your unit will merge with the selected emblem and gain access to special engage weapons. Lovely. Engaging also unlocks a set of special skills. How useful. Engage states lasts for 3 turns. And of course there's always a time limit for these sorts of things. I mean, let's face it, in Dragon Ball the way to do that fusion technique only lasts about 30 minutes. Unless you're actively using up more energy than you should be. So, you know, and also for gameplay balance, if you were permanently engaged, then there might be issues. Who knows? But yes, we do get access to the weapon Falcon and Lodestar Rush.
The time has come.
And a lovely cutscene as well.
Emblem Engage.
Within this blue vortex. Damn it. You know what? Ha, that's right. I used the card Polymerization. Is a moment that can be said for this cutscene. Lovely regalia we've got. Or vestments, or armour, or just clothing in general. Point being, behold, look at us. I'm glad that we spent the time doing all those blades for that fucking cloak.
We're now connected and can unleash a powerful attack.
I will never forgive Blizzard. Anyway. Anywho. Lodestar, going back a bit. Engaged units can use powerful engage attacks. Huh, this makes sense. A attack that does damage. Makes sense to me. Engage attacks are abilities that your units can use once each time they engage, and that makes perfect sense. A big, huge fuck-off attack, only doable once? That does sound about right. For example, Lodestar Rush deals heavy damage. To use this engage attack, select Lodestar Rush and a weapon. As we should. And of course the game suggests Falcon, which, yeah, you know what? We can do that, since we can't actually examine the, what this guy happens to be of. But, you know, it does seem that maybe, just maybe, it's worthwhile.
Prayers are with you.
and with the hope of everyone around, I slay ye, ? Fellow. And he's well hurt, at least, because
You are weakness.
he's still talking to us. So, we didn't do a good job. Evildoer gets beaten, and we get engaged with an emblem and use an engage attack. Oh, the MVP! Insert MVP's theme, obviously, do that. But I'm sick and tired of that wrestling reference. Please ignore the wrestling reference in the bottom corner. Anyways, we are the MVP, but to be fair, we are the only unit on this level. It'd be a bit hard for us to not be. If it suddenly said, MVP, some twat you've not met yet, I'd be thinking, how? And as it tells us how many times it took us to do said map. That's a good thing. It shows you that you are either being a slow coach or trying to speed one.
And my work here is complete.
No, well, we're done here. I guess that was a very quick game. I'll see you guys later. I'll be back playing COD still in 5 minutes. That is a prologue. Any game that does this in a prologue, I start thinking, oh god, stop going up your ass. But regardless, we did it. The day is saved.
Cross paths again. I hope you will remember me.
How could I ever forget you? ? But blue.
The 12 emblems.
12. It's 12 emblems. Fair enough. Although there's been more Fire Emblem games than that. At the end of the day, that's really not a point to be made. At the end of the day, there's only so many characters you'd really want to have be emblemized anyway. We cut to our character waking up.
Where am I?
Ah, people!
Whoa. Tell me you're seeing this. Hello there. And you are?
You're awake!
Huh?
You're really awake, yeah?
You're the Divine Dragon!
No way!
No way! The Divine Dragon is finally awake! Hey, hold on.
At least some people are happy about your wakingness. Sadly, this is no Sleeping Beauty situation where someone tries to wake us. And of course, by me saying that, I was referring to the Grimm version, not the Disney version. Anyone who thinks the Disney version should slap themselves.
Calm down, you two. What's all of this ruckus about? Divine Dragon. It's a miracle. An utter miracle. The Divine One awake at long last. That I might live to see you standing before me. What an honor.
Not to be rude, but who are you?
This situation does make perfect sense, in a way.
Apologies. I lost myself for a moment.
A bunch of strangers just happen to be in the same room you wake up in. Your first question would probably be, who the fuck are you all? Let's face it, except obviously Alea here, because that's their name, unless you name it something else like I did. Is a lot more calm about it, obviously still being all groggy from, well, being asleep for however long. The fact that it's a surprise suggests a long time.
I am the 32nd steward of the dragon.
Hello, Sir Vander?
Oh my Divine One, there is no need to address me as such. Simply Vander will do.
See? I told you the Divine Dragon was awake.
Yeah, we were telling the truth.
You two. I don't believe I got your names.
Oh, sorry. We were so excited we forgot to introduce ourselves.
Oh, pardon me.
We're the 33rd Stewards of the Dragon. My name's Clan. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Fram. We're twins.
Conveniently, one is boy, one is girl. One has one colour, the other has a different one.
We've been waiting forever for you to wake up.
As stewards of the dragon, our mission is to protect and provide for you. Generation after generation of our predecessors waited for you to rise from your slumber.
Which then suggests quite a lot of years.
I'll admit, I am astonished to see it has finally happened.
For you see, I am literally going to die in 2 days.
You see, 1,000 years have passed since the first steward took their post.
So of course this does actually mean that we are indeed the 1,000-year-old dragon. Quite literally. Stephen Witches in the corner suggests you internet don't do it, but regardless. Because the history of doing that to other 1,000-year-old dragons are prevalent. There's reasons why I decided to no longer look up characters from Awakening. At all. On any, even on safe searches. Because you guys are fucked. Regardless.
1,000 years? That's how long I've been asleep?
Let's face it, your muscle should have disappeared away years ago.
Indeed. Your mother, Lumera, the Divine Dragon Monarch, has long awaited this day.
I was gonna think of something about Dragon Ages, but then it's like, it wouldn't be... I don't know what would be funny if it was like, well, you see, Allure is guaranteed to be a 1,000-year-old dragon, Lumera, 1,001. That doesn't work, obviously, because then that would mean that Allure would be under 1,000 years. It's just a figure of statement, obviously, but regardless.
Slow down. This monarch you mentioned, she's my mother?
And I'm a divine dragon, you called it?
Oh dear. Is your memory hazy?
Yeah, turns out 1,000 years of sleep. Not good for your noggin. Especially with the good old memory button.
That's about it.
You can't remember anything else?
Woo. Okay, so the Amnesia trope, the many 1,000-year-old trope. What other tropes are we missing here? Oh yeah, the dichotomy of red and blue. I do like that, by the way. The dichotomy of red and blue.
Feeling groggy because of all that sleep.
But then again, I am a fan of Mass Effect, where it does deal with the whole red-blue dichotomy of Renegade and Paragon. Or hell, Infamous. The whole dichotomy of being good and therefore using blue lightning. Or being evil and using red lightning. I wish I had a way to capture PS3 hardware without having to use a sledgehammer on my desk. But regardless.
But I don't even know who I am.
Who am I?
Fret not. Such lapses
Insert the
in
rest of
memory
that
ought to
song.
be expected
I heard
after
on
sleeping
TikTok
for
too
so
many
long.
times. Oh, actually, fun fact, currently on TikTok, I actually am dealing with the situation of I keep hearing Joe Hendry's theme. And this is indeed a wrestling thing. Because say his name and he'll appear. We believe in Joe Hendry. Regardless. Yes, it makes sense. Lapse into memory
You are a
probably would
divine
cover that
dragon,
nicely.
a member of a royal family of dragons revered as deities.
We are God, all hail us. Kneel upon the God that we are. Kneel upon it.
Lumera, the divine dragon monarch, rules over the holy land of
silly.
Lithos. In the war 1,000 years ago, she defeated and imprisoned the wicked fell.
This
dragon.
Fire Emblem Quest, that line of thinking will not go well.
You, divine one, are her only child.
Oh.
The war. The fell dragon. I feel like I can almost remember, but
Well, whoever this other dragon is, they obviously must have fell off. I'm being dragged away very quickly. Oh god, why? Oh, what's that? Oh, whatever.
Please, do not trouble yourself trying to bring it all back at once. Your memories will return in time.
Let's see if only we had
A deity, no less.
a way to just explore feelings, a somnium, a sledgehammer. Nah, that probably would hurt the head more.
I have heard many a tale of your kindness, nobility, and bravery. Your unflinching heroism.
We are the noblest of dragons.
that's a lot to live up to.
And peer pressure,
Let us head
woo,
to
yay!
Lithos Castle. Queen Lumera will be thrilled to see you. Perhaps the
As one,
reunion will help stir
as
your
one
memories.
would. Like, let's face it, you haven't seen each other in 1,000 years. Any kind of reunion would be a good reunion in a way. Well,
I
I
hope
guess
so.
outside of not good types of reunions. Queen of Marriage just appears and goes, "There you are, you massive swear words being censored."
Okay then. Onward and downward.
To Lithos Castle!
And so, our Divine Dragon and their stewards make their way down to the land below. Based off of dialogue being said. as per usual. You know, I don't... I just don't believe this to be a holy land. I mean, where are the woes of people being crucified? I don't know what I'm trying to reference, if anyone's pondering.
You have, yes. The place where you slumbered is known as the Somniel, a fortress built upon an airborne island to ensure your safety.
I mean, let's face it, it's Fire Emblem, so there'll be Falcon Knights. They could easily get up there, I'd argue.
It is perhaps the most secure place in all of Helios. Only a select few can set foot there.
Oh, now that's a way to keep it safe. If only people who can access it are people that are given permission, then it would take someone to become a traitor without anyone knowing. Very simple. Like it.
Yep. As stewards, we spend our time caring for you and managing things around the Somniel. It's a sacred place, so we work as hard as we can to keep it shipshape.
Loyal
We
family
do
members visit us all the time.
maintenance,
Well,
cleaning, wiping of vegetative arse.
the Prince and Princess of Firene, a deeply religious country, visit especially often.
They pray next to you, like this. Then
Huh,
they just
that's how
talk
religions
for a
work.
while, like they're chatting to a friend.
I see. Thanks for filling me in, Fram. You too.
Oh, I
The
pissed him
Divine
saying
Ones
clan.
said our names and thanked us.
I think I'm going to faint. Unless I already did. Am I dreaming?
We then wake up as clan going, "Ah, it was a dream." Oh.
Need I remind you that you are in the presence of the Divine Dragon? How many times must I tell you to behave in a manner befitting your station? Divine One, please, forgive this embarrassing breach of decorum.
Breach of decorum? I'm actually enjoying their enthusiasm.
You're just as kind-hearted as I always imagined.
Yeah.
Oh, look! There it is!
Oh, lovely. Yeah, and you know what, to be fair, 1,000 years of sleep, and the first thing you have to deal with is just two people being overjoyed that you're even just speaking to them. Either way, there's two ways to take it. One is, oh god, why do I have to be around these kinds of people? And the other is being like, ah, you know what, 1,000 years of sleeping, that kind of sucked, but people having a joyous time, yeah, we can dig with that. Yeah, it's good. Behold, a castle.
Divine Dragon
You know it's Fire Emblem.
There, you said?
Yes, I suppose
There's a bridge off to a
1,000
different
years
bit,
have passed
there's a
since you
standard
went
castle with its towers, and probably a courtyard place where people probably would live, if there's anyone that does live in this holy land.
Don't worry. We'll be right there with you.
You can hold my hand if you like.
But clan, that'd be hand-holding. That would be the worst of things we could do in front of Stephen Richards.
Thank you. How long have I been wearing this ring? Since before I fell asleep? That blue stone. It reminds me of something.
Oh, whatever it is doesn't matter. Because, behold, cutscene! Ah, monsters! And also suddenly weapons.
Vander, are creatures like that common around here?
They're not. I've never seen them. Nor have I heard of such monsters appearing in Lethos before. This is a land of peace.
Understood. Well,
Shall we fight them? As you wish, Divine One. You whose bravery knows no equal.
no, let's run.
Huh?
We haven't the slightest idea who they are, and we don't know how they came to be here. Also, they worry me for some reason. So
Worrying?
run.
Well, did the Divine Dragon really command me to retreat?
A better reason potentially would be, obviously, we don't know how many of them there truly are. There could be backup.
What the? Come back! Come back this instant!
Damn children. And so our mage decides to run right into melee combat like an idiot.
This isn't looking good.
And our healer is also now surrounded.
Clan! Fram!
For those that are playing Classic right now, will probably be going, oh god, no, they're going to make it really hard for us to keep them alive. Because let's face it, why would those that are probably better off being in the back do that?
Vander!
Divine One, Stay back. It's too dangerous.
Crap, it's not been since Trials I've had to hear someone say Vandal a whole bunch of times. Times when it comes to playing games. Anyway.
Clan and Fram were trying to protect me. I have to help them. I take back what I said. This is no time to run. Please, let me fight.
All right, but stay on your guard.
I will.
Also, Vanda now has a horse. We rout the enemy, or I die horribly. That's the only way this fight can go.
What are these creatures doing in Lethos?
But whatever they're doing here, they're not welcomed. Trees!
We had best use the foliage to take cover.
Terrain effects. Terrains provide various effects in battle. For example, it's harder to land a hit on a unit positioned in a thicket. Basically a bunch of trees. Thickets also cost more movement for ground units to pass through. Here you can see terrain effects in the information section at the top left corner of the screen, so use the terrain to your advantage in battle. Some terrain effects may even be, well, negatives, depending on what they may be. This is, of course, again, something that isn't new to Engage, but certainly is something that has been seen in Fire Emblem games. Now, we could just charge right up to this one and deal, like, no damage, or we could do the smart thing and go into this forest here and fight this one. Yeah, let's just fight this one and actually do damage. And, haha, we dodge. We gained some experience, but now we're level 1 Dragon Child. With just a measly iron sword. As it were. Regardless, we are a dragon, which does gain additional effects when engaged with emblems. Well, we will need some emblems first for that, but regardless, with only a movement of 4, sadly, that means we don't move far, but overall, definitely a physical class, and, oh, by the way, resistance is only 3, but thankfully these seem to all be axe users, so that's not too bad. So yeah, looking at this map, this makes sense, just a bunch of axe users. Now, Vanda here, he's a paladin, a high-ranking knight with a wealth of experience, highly mobile and strong against magic. As a cavalry, he has higher movement than other units, specifically 6, and he is effective against, and he does get hit like a ton of bricks by weapons that are effective against cavalry. We also can go over here, and we can see that he has the skill Alabaster Duty. If unit is adjacent to the Divine Dragon, you grant crit +5 during combat to both of them. So it's an ability that is very specific to do with us. We also have an ability, or skill, or whatever it's called. Divinely Inspiring. Adjacent allies deal +3 damage and take 1 less damage. So that means adjacent units to you have a better chance of living. And a better chance of killing things. That's nice. We get a unit type tutorial now. Units have various types, such as Cavalry, Key Adept, and Mystical. Each types have different advantages. Check your unit's type on the stat screen. So yeah, and Cavalry, we just explained, they have high mobility, which allows them to easily cross the map, and that can be very useful in its own ways. So that means that, yes, Fram here is a Key Adept. Units can use the Chain Guard command to redirect attacks on adjacent allies to themselves. And is a Martial Monk. Combat monks who use staffs to heal wounded allies. Your healer. They are first in your martial arts of self-defense. And with a ability called Crimson Cheer. If unit is adjacent to the Divine Dragon, grants a void +10 during combat to both of them. Very useful. That's a good one. As long as they're next to the Divine Dragon. And Clan is a mage. We can tell because he had a tome in the cutscene. He doesn't have it anymore because he dropped it like an idiot, but regardless, strong against enemies with high defense. Okay. But yes, utilizes magic, so you have to worry about resistance stat instead of defense, and mystical units ignore opponents' avoid bonuses from terrain when attacking with magic. So these thickets here that we are dealing with, Clan here can actually just go no to the avoid +30 that they have.
Yes, here.
Now we can put Vanda here, get the skill effects, or we can have him attack the enemy. Except paladins tend to be promoted units, so that probably won't be the wisest decision in terms of what the experience gain can be.
There are too many of them. Divine One, get out of here!
Sure, fam, we'll just leave you to die. Oh god, she actually is dying. man, all these board games are unrealistic. You get hit with an axe in the right place and oops, there goes your arm. But hey, you know, it's Nintendo. Obviously they want some kids to play this.
Fram, are you alright?
Fram for some reason also doesn't have a staff on her despite the cutscene showing one. So that's kind of a bizarre thing, but then again you can't fight with them, so much for the whole self-defense thing, you fucking martial monk.
These enemies are formidable indeed. Divine One, please use a vulnerary.
Healing! A unit with 0 hit points can no longer fight. Use items like vulneraries to restore the health. To use it, you just simply select the line command. So now we can just go into the items. And we could use a vulnerary if we needed to. We actually have full health because it missed. We also have the ability to trade, swapping items with an ally. So we could go to Fanda here and trade for our vulneraries. Or maybe swap the axe and sword and then go, huh, why are my units no longer fighting? Oh, they don't use those weapons. Ah. I could be horribly wrong about what I say about paladins anyway, because Fanta is an axe-wielding paladin, not a lance-wielding paladin. Paladins usually do with lances, so regardless. We get our murder on. Might as well use Fanta. We are killing the enemies after all. That is a murder.
This is the mission of the steward.
And he gets so little experience, oh god. That is a drawback, I would argue. Because if he doesn't get much experience at all for like too many chapters, then, you know, that's just bad news. I'll stand in front of Fam, gets leg lopped off. Ah, well, he won't be standing anymore. Dragging myself. Actually, more isn't still fame still. We now suffer from the issue of we don't move very far. Fanda, however, moves quite far, very easily. So he's able to get involved in the combat. Enemy phase, as they still charge towards Clan. He is going to die. And it will be all my...
More enemies.
Of course there are more enemies.
You're all trying to protect me. I should be protecting you. If only I could. Somehow.
Thankfully, before we develop a Wien Schwarzer complex, aka thankfully, and we just decide to self-sacrifice ourselves, some spirit talks to us. Oh god, my nose.
Who said that?
Spirits be damned!
The ring.
We've truly gone mad, and Wing is talking to us.
I know that voice.
If ever we cross paths again, I hope you will remember me. Indeed, that you will remember all of us who took up arms to fight by your side.
The 12 emblems.
Divine One.
Pardon me.
Divine One, you mustn't do this
I love how Fanda now has a horse but no axe. And before he had an axe but no horse.
Help me. Lend me your strength in this fight.
Shine on! Emblem of Beginnings!
Enter Marth. The first protagonist of the Fire Emblem series.
I am known as Marth. Emblem Marth, to be clear.
This thing is able to just block both of you with a singular axe. So much for having the power of 2 swords. Do emblems need to dodge? Just how physical are their bodies?
That was amazing!
We did it. Thanks for your help, Marth. Truly.
Of course. It is good to see you. I was able to answer your call. because
The sound mixing's a little bugged here, I would argue.
My eyes deceive me. Or is that an emblem of legend?
Fan's about to have a heart attack over all these things he's seeing in one day. Thankfully, with this cutscene playing, Clan and Fam are now no longer on the map, and we're now in a much better, pardon me,
Will you join us?
a much better position.
Of course. I will fight alongside you from here forward. Your ally until the very end.
Syncing with emblems! A unit can fight alongside an emblem. This is called being synced. While synced, the unit has increased power and access to synced skills. Saying sync a lot, the word's gonna go weird on me. Emblem Morph! Strikes quickly and repeatedly, dominating foes with his nimble grace. Yeah. The sync skill Perceptive makes it easier to avoid enemy counterattacks. That's good. The Engage weapon Rapier deals bonus damage against cavalry and armoured enemies, which means we don't necessarily need armour slayers to deal with armoured units, or a mage. But then again, I'd argue just have a mage. The Engage skill Define Speed adds an additional less powerful attack. Oh, and we can also see that Dragon gives a unit recovers. The Engage attack Lone Star Rush is a powerful and blindingly fast flurry of blows. Ah, we're pre-selected. So if we go to our details here, we can actually see that Perceptive is just straight up. We have plus 15 Avoid during combat, and Avoid decreases with high speed. Which would suggest that we should focus on upping our speed stat, basically. Which, you know, not a bad thing. If it allows us to just never get hit, then, well, we can never lose. Define Speed, we perform an extra attack at 50% damage in combat, and with Dragon unit recovers HP equal to damage dealt by extra attack. And Low Star Rush is used to launch 7 consecutive sword attacks at about 30% of the damage. Adjacent foe only. And with a dragon you get plus 2 attacks. So this should mean that if you look at these skills while on a different character, depending on what subclass they are, what type of thing they are, it should mean different stuff. Now we can basically go over to anywhere we want, but again, utilizing our memory of how these areas look, of how these areas work, it would make perfect sense to go into a thicket and attack this enemy here. Now, the Rapier actually does deal more damage even without us using Lone Star Rush, so it actually is a better weapon to use. I like how in the objective bit it shows that we would heal 3 damage, even though it's very unlikely that we were going to be hit in the first place. So it's just a thing. We can also move Fander to be next to us so that now we gain the skill effects. So, all in all, already strategies are forming in the mind. That's a good thing. We dodge because 14% hit rate. Oh, we are just being menaces to these question marks. We're getting a lot of question marks today, ladies and gentlemen. And I thought I was done with the whole let's obscure things that we'll learn of it in like 5 minutes anyway stuff. But then again, maybe that's because I'm still playing Trails, and maybe secretly, sorry folks, this is a subterfuge. Imagine I'll now force you to watch me play Vantage Masters within God Still 3 for 10 hours. I might just board what will be coming up in a later chapter of that game. Anyway. But I'm still in crossbow on that one, so we'll ignore that for now. Anyway, Chris and Marv, the MVP of this stage, with 5 tons being done, but considering some of it was a bit more storied based, fair enough, we're not really looking at getting a simple 1-ton victory. Besides, the number of enemies and the amount of units you actually have, yeah, it's going to take us a couple of tons regardless, so all in all, we did it.
Vander, thanks for saving us.
Yeah, and, sorry. This all happened because we ran ahead.
I'm the one.
You idiots! You almost got yourselves killed! Obviously, we don't do that.
It's such a relief you're both safe now.
Yay! They're safe.
I hear more enemies approaching.
Damn it! I knew there was backup. I called it.
More?
Lance builders! And as we know, We're shit against lances, because we use sword.
Evidently not. These creatures, will there be no end to them?
Oh dears. 5 chapters later, we finally made it to the castle. How many of them had to be? We even lost fam in the process. Why couldn't it have been clan? Well, anyway. Oh dear gods, a dragon! Suddenly Skyward. Okay, maybe it's not so. Okay, who's Dragon Knight's nose hyper beam? Lance, if it was you again, I swear to God. Oh my god, that dragon was actually hot anime waifu all along.
At last, you are awake.
Hot anime waifu is actually Lumera, so, well, that saves us a trip to the castle.
Yes, it's me. Thank you for saving us.
Looking at the hair, looking of Lumera, looking at our hair, we can tell that obviously the blue comes from her and the red must come from somewhere else.
Huh?
But then again, it's a thicker shade of blue versus her much more lighter shade. Maybe it's the red blending into it, but then now it's just purple to her. Anyway, we get a CG here with a lovely embrace. Oh, how cool.
When I
Oh,
sensed you
lovely.
had awoken,
Or other
I
words you
flew
could
here
use.
as fast as my wings would carry me. I hope you're not hurt.
I will be if you keep hugging like that.
I'm fine.
Dead.
What a relief. You cannot understand how I've missed you, my dear child.
Oh, you're my mother.
While I don't wish to have amnesia, it would just be a funny interaction to those around if I looked at my mother and just went, "Oh, you're my mother." It would. I'm sure I would get slapped in the face. I'll be honest.
What's the matter? Don't tell me.
Since awakening, the Divine One's memory is clouded.
I'm afraid he's got amnesia. I was trying to do a Future 1 reference for the record, but if it failed, then so be it. So be it. I admit I may be shite.
I see.
I'm sorry. I'm sure you weren't expecting this.
No, I must apologize. I was so overcome with joy. I hugged you as
Damn
hard
it.
as I could.
My hugs gave him amnesia. Dun dun dun. Nah.
I take this to mean you've forgotten everything. I suppose it's to be expected. 1,000 years is a very long time.
Vander explained that I've been sleeping since some war that happened back then.
To think that 1,000 years would pass
You
and we would
suffered
wake
a
up.
terrible wound. And,
No,
and because of that,
good thing that we weren't on the moon. Otherwise, I would have to unearth the plushies. And I'd rather not do that right now.
A wound? I don't remember that.
So somewhere on our body's probably some kind of massive gash that's like, oh yeah, you took that 1,000 years ago. Oh, you should have seen it when it happened. Just suddenly, there was blood everywhere. Or at least what I think was blood. We dragons might look different on the inside, so who knows?
I will speak to you of all you've forgotten.
And yes, I was struggling to restrain myself from referencing Starwell, considering the current events in Penacony. I almost said Penacony. Why do I keep thinking Penacony?
Regardless,
Ignore
of
my
what you
brain,
remember,
basically, that's what I'm saying.
I'm simply glad to have you back, my dear child.
Now we can be a family again.
Still, this isn't the reunion you hoped for.
Oh, don't worry about me.
At
It's
least she doesn't
solace
have the
enough just to
standard
hear that
that
sweet
100%
voice
going
of
to
yours.
die mother haircut.
And to gaze once more into your eyes.
Actually, he seems to go more in the direction of fan, but regardless. Woo! Loading screen. Items. You can restore HP with Finary or Heal. Exploration. After battle, you can explore the map freely and converse with your allies. Keep an eye out on the ground for items. I've said that the wrong way around. To finish exploring, either move to the exit or press the plus button. It's this one here. It's on this Joy-Con, the left one. To open the menu and select the part. So we can do that. We can also press the setup button to cycle our map, and we can see that there's an orange symbol over that way and a thing over this way. What is over here? More question marks. Ah, nuts. We have nuts now. What is this thing over here? I found a bird. Ah, damn it. They're not all voiced anymore. No! It heartens me to see you and Queen Lemera reunited at last. The memory loss may have come as a surprise, but she seems elated nonetheless. That's good.
Thank you.
I am so very, very happy to see you. It's like a dream. However, we had best not linger for too long. There may be more enemies lurking about. Ugh. Well, that's true. Just because a dragon doesn't attack doesn't mean shite. I was a bit worried, but we made it through. We're safe because of you, Define One. And that we are, clan. Hey, what happened to that guy who popped out of your wing?
So great!
You looked so incredible on the battlefield. Of course you did. You're the Defiant Dragon. I do like Ram's outfit. I like the design on like the hat and like the around the neck bit. But did you get injured at all? I hope not. If you need healing though, I'm fantastic at it. Then why weren't you healing yourself and your brother? Whatever. Semantics. Anyway, leaving the area and we go to the next chapter. Hopping on the dragon's back and flying off away. I don't think that's a song. I have several hours, well, actually more, just a couple, before WrestleMania Night 2.
We live on the continent of Elios.
And now we get exposition. Behold, the geography of the land.
Kingdom of abundance. Brodia, kingdom of might.
Phew.
Elusia, kingdom of knowledge.
That's all fucking Star Wars stuff.
Queendom of freedom.
I wonder which one's got a queen and the others have kings.
And Gradlon, domain of the fell dragon, fallen to ruin.
Whee!
1,000 years ago,
Rah,
the
rah, rah,
lands
rah.
endured a vicious
It's a purpley
fell
dragon. It's not that
We
thorny,
called
so
heroes from other worlds
so it's
to
not the
aid us.
Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Heroes known as emblems. With them, the warriors
You
of
see,
our
there's this
nations
wonderful
fought
series
one.
called Fire
In
Emblem.
the end, we were victorious in defeating and imprisoning the fell dragon.
Brrr, my third eye, no.
In the years since, our world has been safe.
But not anymore.
I sense a resurrection. The binding weakens.
I've returned, you fools.
His shadow stretches across the land again. Then we must fight him anew, as we did in ages past. Fell Dragon, Sombron, must be stopped.
Fire Emblem. Trademark. Engage. Nice bit of purple in the middle because that's of course what occurs with the red and blue colours. When you get into the middle, it gets all purpley. And there's dragons. What else do you need? Chapter 2. Queen Lemera. Behold my Molosseum of
We are
White.
safe within these walls.
Yes, I will keep making Yu-Gi-Oh references if you're wondering.
So this is Lethos Castle.
So I guess if we choose female, that would make us a priestess with eyes of blue. Maybe a maiden with eyes of blue. Our eyes are not blue. One eye is red. That doesn't work. Damn it.
I'm glad you think so.
But yes,
Though
apparently
you may
this is
not
a nice,
remember
lovely
this
place.
I've long waited to welcome you back here. Welcome home.
I'm home?
Yes, you are. I feel overwhelmed with joy. I may cry.
Queen Lemera.
Oh, emotions.
Vander, Clan, Frem, thank you for all you've done. You are worthy stewards indeed.
For all we know, this could be Clan and Fam's first day on the job. I doubt it, but...
You and your predecessors, watching over my child all these years. I am ever so grateful.
You are too kind.
Yeah, it's awful nice of you to say that. I'm starting to feel woozy.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I too talk without using my teeth.
By Queen Lumera herself.
The happiness of this moment aside, I am troubled to see the corrupted.
That is a pressing issue. How are the corrupted appearing in a land that's meant to be all holy? They're certainly not that holy.
The corrupted?
Those enemies you were fighting out on the grasslands.
We call them corrupted, for you see, something has gone horribly wrong.
Oh, I didn't like those things one bit. Just the sight of them made my blood run cold.
Be a shame if we'd have to fight them again.
Understandably so. The corrupted are corpses revived.
Yay! Necromancy!
The Fell Dragon used them
As we
his
know,
soldiers
necromancy
in
is
the
an
war.
evil thing to do, so therefore, of course,
Before
evil
the
people
start
would
of
use
that
it.
bitter conflict, Elios had known peace for eons. But then, a dark presence emerged. Sombra.
See, I would complain about the oh, we're finally awake, and oh shit, the evildoers are back. Like, yeah, things need to be interesting, because otherwise it's like, I guess we relax in the castle for 20 chapters, and oh no, evil has appeared. It just isn't that interesting.
Tireless searching, we could not determine where he'd come from. But seeing the destruction he wrought, there was no doubt of his evil intentions. Now the corrupted are spreading once more. This may be a sign of his return.
Oh no,
No.
what could
I
we
wonder
possibly
if
do?
It is mere coincidence that you awakened as all this unfolds.
Maybe we were the
The
seal.
dragon has been released. Then we must prepare for
That would be an alarming thing. And it also would mean that we would basically need to go back to sleep to reseal. Is someone next? No, obviously not. Because this ain't Persona. Yeah, you see? Yeah.
I can't imagine
Go for the
fighting
Persona.
someone like that.
Spoiler for Persona 3.
Worry not. I doubt he will attack any.
5 seconds later, someone suddenly appears behind them and kills them all. Oh dears.
This castle is filled with the spirits of divine dragons. The corrupted cannot enter it easily.
Meanwhile, in a plane just 5 minutes away. Oh, look at me, I'm a corrupted. Blah, 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 blah. Like,
Let us
actually,
devise a
that's
plan
what was
now,
happening. So,
while we have the opportunity. Emblem Marth.
quick on our feet. Thank you, Lamera. You're quick on your feet with this. Because, yeah, evil seems to be
been quite
appearing.
some time,
We
Lamera.
need to do something about it.
That it has.
Marth!
Thank you for lending your aid against the corrupted.
You're welcome. But of course, I could help only because your child remembered me.
Well, it's convenient that our
It is
memories are
possible
required.
The others are awake now, just as I am.
Perhaps you are right.
Sorry, but what do you mean? Who's awake?
Okay, so there's this series called Fire Emblem, right?
There is
Everyone here has
something I
played
should
about you
show
because you've
you.
been asleep the entire time.
Follow me.
But basically, there's this long-running series of video games made by Intelligent Systems. We've made a few statues, as you can see. This is a
What
big
is this
room.
place?
This is the Ring Vault. It is where the emblem rings are enshrined.
I would argue maybe making the podiums be able to like go downwards, so like you put the wing into it and then it goes down into the ground as an extra level of safety. Because you never know whether a thief might be like, oh yeah, I'm holy, and it's like, oh yeah, it all checks out, and then they steal them all. Like, it'd be too easy. Holy Knight, Sage Lord, Azure Twins. I can't get away
As
from the
well
word
as the
Azure.
ring of the Princess Exalt. And finally, the ring of the Instructor.
Yeah, Princess Exalt. I wonder who that is. Instructor. I wonder what that is.
Each dwells
In
within
terms
an
of modern
emblem
Fire
ring,
Emblem games.
as Marth resides in the ring of the Hero King.
Can't just be a king, he has to be a hero king. Ugh, fucking Martin is
So,
big balls.
Counting Marth,
Yeah.
there are 6 emblem rings. Wow.
In fact, there are 12. 6
We only keep half here
entrusted
for
to the
safety.
other countries. As a precautionary measure.
What would happen if one nation just went evil? They just went, "Right, okay, we're evil now. Go, emblems, use your power to wreak havoc." That would be
The
kind of
emblems
bad.
grant world-altering power to whoever has all 12 rings.
Right, so how do we make them not
Divine
Infinity
dragons
Stones?
used
There's
this
12 of
power
them.
to
Ah,
ensure peace
got it.
and prosperity in Elios. Indeed, that was how we locked away the Fell Dragon. But many have sought to steal the rings and use them for their own nefarious
As to be
purposes.
expected. I would say a holy ground that has agent powers protecting would probably actually be better than, hey, country that is made of sand, here's a wing. Don't go losing it in the sand now.
Which is why they're scattered all over the continent, not just stored here.
But then again, if someone was able to get in and just take all 12, that would be horribly,
Precisely.
horribly bad.
The rings offer their power but once every 1,000 years.
I'm hearing 1,000 years one too many times. I don't want to start making references to MLP. Please. If a purpley black horse appears and starts laughing maniacally, I'm going to
At which
punch
time
someone.
the divine dragon travels across Elios to
Oh wait,
collect
there already
them
is a
and
purpley
change
thing, but that's a
its form.
dragon, not a unicorn, so that doesn't count.
With 1,000 years having passed since last time, I was planning to carry out this ritual soon. But if the Fell Dragon is after the rings, the emblems may be summoned before I arrive.
Summoned?
It is how one calls for an emblem from a ring, just as you did earlier with Marth. Only those with royal dragon blood are capable of summoning. That includes you, my child.
A long-winded way to safely say that we're actually summoners.
Oh, you must be talking about the phrase that popped into my head.
An invocation, you mean? What was it?
Shine on, emblem of beginnings. I wasn't even thinking about it. The words just fell from my mouth.
That was how you summoned Marth. What was your focus? Your intention when you spoke those words?
I wanted to help Clan and Fram. I didn't want to
noble
lose them.
ones.
I wanted to protect them.
Your focus was on helping others. Remember
The
that
true
intention
signs of being a
whenever you
good
summon
person.
emblems. Not to keep the power for yourself. Understand?
I understand.
Now, why don't we try a practice battle? You must be a little rusty after all these years.
Can't we just vouch for the corrupted I had to beat up? Or does that count as cheating? Welcome
How
to a
about we
courtyard.
train here. You will be the one fighting. The emblem lends you their strength. You need to
Yay.
train your body and mind to unleash an emblem's full power. Vander, Clan, Frem, you will be aiding my child in this battle. Against me.
Queen Lumera, even in a practice battle, I could not turn my weapon on you.
But what if I became evil? Shit.
Oh, Vander, please do put your heart into it. I know I will.
This is bullshit. She's got at least 1,000 years more experience than us. Beings.
The corrupted?
No, dear. Not at all. How could you think so? I made these opponents from plants and rocks. Nevertheless, their abilities are the same. Drop your guard and you could be hurt.
They're really unsettling. Can we train with something else? They give me the chills.
We are a scaredy cat.
Listen, you must push through your fear and face whatever opponent stands against you. Never run away. You are my child, the protector of all.
Oh, but I want to run away and open up my mind.
I understand.
Maybe if I just keep using song lyrics, I can cause enough earworms for people to be like, ah, stop it, or something.
Don't worry, Divine One. We'll back you up every step of the way.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or what Fram said.
copycat. Anyway.
As loath as I am to battle against Queen Lumera, orders are orders.
And one must follow orders as it is the will of the way.
I pledge to bring us victory.
Thank you, everyone.
Now, let's begin.
Claim the Mara is over there, and that is our objective, to beat her up. That seems rather mean, but this is a practice battle after all. We need to put our heart into it, though. She'll be able to tell if we're not. Archery.
Be cautious, Divine One. Some of these enemies are carrying long-range weapons. Therefore, they can rain arrows upon us from afar.
Well, that's not good. They have a range of 2. Each weapon has a set range. A bow with a range of 2 can attack enemies 2 squares away. And if there were bows that can have even further range, then weapons with a range of 1 cannot counter distant attacks. Weapons with a range of 2 cannot counter adjacent attacks. So a little bit of a balancing act going on there. Kinda nice, really. Right, okay, let's...
Axe wielders are at a disadvantage
I'm feeling
against
tired
swords.
already. That's great. Weapon triangle!
Axes against
A
lances,
Fire Emblem
and
tradition,
lances
most of the time.
against swords.
Where one weapon is good against the other, and then that weapon's good against another weapon, and then that third weapon is good against the weapon that was the first one that was stated. Breaking enemies.
Strike with your sword. After their stance is broken, they'll be open to further attack.
Breaking enemies. Inflicting break status on enemies by landing an attack with a weapon that has advantage. Broken units cannot counterattack until after their next combat. This is your chance to attack. So, unlike certain other games I've been mentioning lately, breaking enemies here is actually really fucking useful and doesn't troll you around by immediately having them do their turn next. I am still salty over several fights in both Trails and Star Rail, if you couldn't tell. But regardless, Fire Emblem does it right for once by the looks of things. And so, behold, our weapon triangle. Quite useful there. Swords have advantage over axes, as was previously stated, axes over lances, and lances over swords. Arts have advantage over bows, tomes, and knives. And tomes, bows, and knives don't actually do shit all in terms of breaking enemies. Lovely there, guys. But obviously they have their own advantages. Obviously with bows with their range, tomes with the whole magic, and knives. Nice to see them return from fate. But wait, art? What the hell are art? Oh, well, these. It's what Fam has. You can tell because of the icon. A scroll of basic martial skill. If user initiates combat, attacks twice. Simple enough. So anyway, yes, we are able to easily break this enemy here. So although combat protection says we'll deal 10 and then they'll get 11, in reality they get broken. So actually that 11 damage that we would have taken is just no.
Well done.
And that's good.
You see, swords are strong against axes. Always.
Yay, we're learning.
Enemies can't counterattack while recovering their stance. A good time to finish them off.
This is when you can then just go round behind them and snap their necks.
Hey, Divine One. I don't know if you knew this or not, but I can use magic.
Yes, we saw the time in the cutscene where you lost your fucking
I'm good from near
mind.
or far,
Oh, well.
even against well-protected enemies.
Magic can attack both distant and adjacent enemies. You arseholes. And is often effective against enemies with high physical defense because usually their resistance is therefore very small. And mystical units ignore terrain bonuses. So we can actually see with Limera here, she's currently in said terrain bonus. So therefore, clan can actually evade that whole shenanigan.
As your student,
However, we can also just throw Thunderway to this archer, so we don't need to fret
Divine
too
Dragon will
much.
at me.
So I think actually we'll kill the axe user with clan. And it's dead. Very
Oh,
easily.
thank goodness.
And the heart symbol's cropped up, which means support points. Founder can kill this unit in one hit, because Paladin.
I am as strong as ever.
Whoopee. And then Fam gets to, I don't know, look cute or something. Yeah.
Looked right at me. You know, I can do some mean healing with my staff.
I wonder if this is the reaction Fam wants from people. have to turn back around because otherwise I can't play the video game that I'm playing.
I can take incoming hits for nearby allies. But anyway, if you don't want to get hurt or you need some patching up, just lean on me.
Staffs, or staves, however you want to pronounce that, are items which your units can help allies or hinder enemies. Only certain classes like martial monks can utilise them. A heal staff, for example, restores allies' hit points. Vital for, you know, not dying horribly. And key adept units can use Chain Guard, which can protect adjacent allies, meaning they'll take the damage instead. And Chain Guard is only available while the key adept unit's HP is full. Otherwise, they don't have it. So, just find ways of healing. So yeah, we can do this, and then ta-da! Now if the mirror manages to run up right to us, it's not going to work. Okay, she didn't.
Queen Lumera, I don't want to attack you. Oh, I feel dizzy.
Sharpen your focus, Clan, lest you miss.
He's a mystical unit, he doesn't have as bad of a time hitting. We're a tile away.
Whatever you say.
We do take out... Oh, but our hit rate's lower.
Queen Lumera, please forgive me for standing against you.
Vander, you are my child's knight. You must fill that role as best you can. Attack me with all your might.
And that she did. The mirror is using Liberation, that sword we were using in Prologue. Nice to see that that sword is in use.
There is no need to hold
In
back,
some way, shape or
child.
form.
All right.
Crimson Cheer! And it was the same hit chance, so, you know, that could have been a miss, or a hit. It was a miss hit though, so that means we won. I was going to eat that earlier, around the time I stopped the console dream day. And we leveled up. When leveling up, as per usual in Fire Emblem games, you get given more stats. In this game there is health, strength, magic, dexterity, speed, defense, res, luck, and then the build. For us that's 4, whatever that achieves. So we gained 1 in our dexterity, our speed, and our defense. And I gained 1 going bear in my mouth. So yes, we did indeed get a bit stronger. We are, of course, a dragon child, so the question has to be, obviously, what the fuck is a dragon child's growth rate? Also note, we have 0 magic.
Fantastic work.
Oh yeah, Chain Guard as well. We weren't going to be taking any damage anyway.
Let's move on. Wait over there a moment.
We don't finish the level, however, as Lumera decides to now move to a
If
different
everyone is in
position.
position, we'll begin. This
Bravo,
time I will
game.
be more hands-on. I intend to fight as if in an actual battle. Furthermore, I'll be using...
Damn it, she's plundered one of the rings from the vault.
Is that the ring of the Holy Knight?
Indeed it is. I'm inviting an old friend to join us.
Lumera just goes, and behold a horse. And also Sigurd. A lord from Genealogy. A game not available outside of Japan. Damn you, intelligence systems.
If you require strength and swiftness, I am all too happy to oblige.
Emblem Sigurd. He looks like a strong opponent.
Each emblem has their own abilities. When allied with them, you can call upon their unique powers
TLDR,
and skills.
don't just rely on Marth. Do utilize other emblems as you obtain them.
Whatever Sigurd's power is, it won't be the same as Marth's. We'd better keep our eyes open.
Also, more enemies for us to fight. namely a lance, an axe, some
My
horse
rapier
units,
is effective
and a bow.
against cavalry, like those enemies over there. Once we engage, you can use my weapon. Try it against that foe.
So anyway, there's also a space here. Here that's all blue and ribbly, and it's an Emblem Energy space. Sometimes Emblem's energy lingers in a space. If a synced unit finishes their action or waits on a space containing Emblem Energy, the Engage meter will fill completely. That's useful. And Danger Radius! When you place the cursor on an enemy, you will see the radius that foe can reach. You can press A to keep that radius displayed. You can also press ZL to see the danger radius of all your enemies at once. So if we back out and do so, Queen Lamera has a danger radius of that amount. Meaning, in terms of the map, she can actually only move up to here. These tiles here. Now if we turn that, however, we can keep that active and press ZL. Oh look, and we can see that currently if we just ended our turn right now, Clan would probably be the most likely target for this enemy's attack. Also, what Emblem thing doesn't have any oh, so we have to actually use the Emblem Energy space. Got it. Sigurd is a thing. Lamera is a divine dragon, so weak to dragon stuff, and she has Sigurd, known as the Emblem of the Holy War. Has powerful lance attack supposedly, and we can actually see right now that Lamera has Canter, which allows her to move 2 spaces after acting. That is quite a nice way to just maybe keep yourself out of danger a bit longer. And Gallop grants movement +5, and Dragon gets another movement. Oh, how genius of them. Lamera, however, doesn't have anything personal-wise, because these are Sigurd stuff. We can tell by the blue text. Everything blue is stuff getting increased by the emblem, hence her avoid being improved and her speed. We can double check that by us, and yeah, we get this stuff from Marth, but divinely inspiring is ours. Regardless, let's go into this space, attack the axe user because we'll murder them in terms of their break so they can't attack us, and we get the Emblem Energy, which gives us a bunch of stuff, and oh, we're already able to utilize that to our advantage. Clan here can then finish the job, and he gets a crit! 48 damage on an enemy with only 8 health. You didn't need to go for the overkill there, but I get it, you want the tactical bonus. Wait, this ain't Trails. I may or may not like playing Trails. As much as I complain about parts of it, I do like it, you know. Trails is good. Trails is a good series. Play console games. They're on private consoles. Well, no, they're on PlayStation and PC, is what I'm saying, actually. Because Xseed is a pain in the ass for not fucking letting there be releases out on the Switch. It means that why would you play 3 and 4 on Switch? Would be my question. Anywho, right, that's that enemy dealt with. In terms of, actually, can we reach that with? We can. Fam can go and punch this one. Get her some experience finally. Actually, it crits too. Only a 4% chance. Okay, only 9 damage because it's a 3 times 2, so that would be 3 and then another 3. But bloody hell, we're doing a lot of damage today. Anyone else wanting to quit all of a sudden? No? Okay, well, Clan and Fam are proving themselves already with those quits at low percentages, so that just means that RNG for once is on my side. Why is it on my side here? Actually, it was on my side earlier today, actually, because that Magic Knight fight I actually cleared without any issue, which is bizarre, because usually that's a fight that I struggle on. Allies who fight alongside emblems gain bond experience, increasing their bond level. As their bond level increases, units gain stats and access to new effects, such as sword agility, which grants evasion and, at a cost of crit chance, 1 using a sword. So there's a trade-off. Fair enough. Let's move Clan to this thicket and wait for the enemies to not attack. Okay. Let's move Alir to here then. And I guess that means we'll just move everyone else. We'll just do that, see if they'll move. Yep, they'll move now.
Your teamwork is inspiring. Now it's time for us to make our move. Come, Sigurd.
Ah, shit.
No disrespect, Queen Lumera, but I've got to attack you.
This was a smart play by the AI. I'll applaud it.
That's the spirit, Fram.
There's a nice, lovely, more purpley pink hair while it synced with Sigurd.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was a miss. And no damage. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, she's now wielding a lance.
That was incredible.
Lord Sigurd is remarkably swift. Perhaps we should be grateful this is a mock battle.
We should. Now comes the fun, because as we can actually see here, this is a weapon called Rider's Bane. So although it is actually not a good weapon for fighting in terms of the weapons triangle, it actually is good against cavalry. So Fander's actually countered here. So if you've been relying on Fander, now's the time to not be. Anyway, let's engage.
Emblem Engage.
How much could we do with Lifestyle Mushroom Rapier? Not as much as I thought we'd do. But it's good enough.
This is certainly more of a challenge.
Your enemies will not hold back, and neither will I. What a delight it is to see you in battle after all these years.
Yay!
Fate has brought us here.
I wonder how tiring it could get to insane combat animations.
This is it.
Okay, we got the kill. We could get more experience with Fram. Yeah, you know what, let's do that. Besides, she's in the grass, so she won't, the thicket, so she won't get... Woo, we quit! You know what, cool, I'm glad I did that, because that means more experience. Even more so, because you got kill. Kill, whoopee. Standard Fire Emblem logic goes, bruh, you know what, Fander, nah, let's not have you potentially miss and suffer from those things. 0% chance of crit, fair enough, but fire on to Lumera and she is defeated. For a second time.
You've won. I'm proud to see you working together so well.
At the end of the day, the numbers game can be a good thing to utilise. Having 5 of your units all attacking the same person, and they're likely to lose all their health very rapidly. Clan is our MVP for this chapter. Damn it, we've already been replaced. And it took us 6 turns. Fair enough. And we've been playing for, well, more than an hour and a quarter, because there was the minutes before I pressed the new game button. But that does mean we've been playing for a while already. Oh, that's always nice to see.
Sigurd and me. That's quite the feat.
Haha, suck it, Lord, that I'll never know the true story of, because genealogy is not
There is
in a
much to
form I can play.
improve upon, but this is a wonderful start. Great work.
Whoopee.
Thank you.
I can't believe we had to fight against Queen Lumera.
Yeah, well, I can't believe we won.
Though you have only just awoken.
It was training, to be fair.
I'd like for you to have this.
We get granted the
Is
sword.
the sword
Liberation.
green, isn't it?
Yes. An ancient blade that can be wielded only by divine dragons.
Really? Hey clan, hold this. Oh, certainly defy. Ah!
It served me well for many years, but now it is yours.
The alternative, of course, is to hand it to someone and they get smited. Or maybe it works like a keyblade. And it's like, aha, I have stolen your sword. What the fuck? It was right in my hand.
Thank you. Someday, I'll prove that I'm worthy of this sword.
I have no doubt. Please, take this as well.
And we get given a ring with blue and red on.
Is this another emblem ring?
No, it is purely ornamental.
Fair enough.
You see,
It's nice to have some jewelry
before
on
your
us.
slumber,
You never know when a thief might come along and be like, give me all your wings. Not necessarily emblem, but just any jewelry you've got. Stabby, stab, stab.
What was it?
I said I'd give you a birthday present that suited you perfectly.
Yeah, you owe us about another 999, but regardless.
I was working on it in private, but I was unable to finish it in time.
Oh.
That birthday has long since passed. But I would quite...
Actually, we could argue that the swords are her birthday gift now, so that means 998.
I'm sorry. I can't accept.
Why not?
That ring fulfills a promise you made me, right? But I don't remember that promise. It'd feel wrong accepting it. Like I was taking a present meant for someone else.
Fair enough. You know what? The logic
Please
is
offer
there.
me this gift again once I've remembered everything.
A
Everything.
valid
you
goal
say.
to have.
Did facing me in battle stir any recollections?
It didn't.
Ah,
sorry.
damn it. It's not one of those amnesias we can fix just by fighting.
I need
Ah.
not apologize. It doesn't matter what you can remember right now. I only hope that one day you will think of me as your mother, as you did 1,000 years ago.
Oh, hey, you know, there's things to strive to
I was so
get through.
thrilled to spend time
Obviously,
with you again.
being able to remember things would be
I
quite
suppose
lovely.
I got a little carried away, didn't I?
Oh, no. It's all right.
I don't mean to put you on the spot. Perhaps we should call it a day, hmm? But let's agree to chat again in the morning. What do you say? Pinky promise?
Excuse me for that. My back. And
All right.
a pinky promise. So I guess that means the marriage should be going, cross my heart, hope to die. And, you know, stick a cupcake in the eye. That one. We'll go with that one. Why not? Besides, that one's probably a bit more safe for work than the usual ones I could think of. And on the loading screen, we get like these nice little pixel versions of the characters. That's kind of cool. And support! As you saw with the heart symbol showing up, as we fight next to each other, or even healing. So that makes Fam really easy to get support points with it. It's just her healing everyone. They gain support points and eventually unlock support conversations. And we can see here, spoiler alert on a few characters we're going to be meeting, obviously, on this menu here, because, yeah, we haven't met some of these guys. But it looks like we all also get tons of A supports, but then again, that is a Lear, so that's fair enough. We are the Avatar character after all. But hey, and I noticed no S ones. I feel like they've moved away from giving everyone S endings of each other, because, well, at least S supports, because, let's face it, it worked in Awakening because child unit. Maybe it worked in Fate? And of course in Three Houses. Only Byleth, and it basically meant, hey, hey, fuckers, you want to get the other S endings? Play through the whole game again! And there's only so many times you can play through Three Houses before you just go, Chapter 1, White... Units with support levels do gain stat bonuses when standing adjacent to one another, so it is worthwhile to do those whole support things. And we can talk to everyone here as well still.
As ever.
You fought magnificently. Going forward, I will continue alongside you as your knight. I was helpful, yeah? At least a little. You were the fucking MVP, clan! Don't be all like... Oh, I was helpful, right? The fine one. You looked so amazing. I swear, I'm going to get stronger too. Especially for you. Alright, just going to back away slowly. And we can look on our map and see some things about. More orangey things, as well as the flashing spots. Over here, we get some berries. Oh, sorry, I should reference my Shining Pearl playthrough. We got some berries. It's a cat! No, look at it. No, I can't pet it. 0 out of 10. Intelligent Systems worst developers. Ooh, iron ingots. Whatever they do.
Please rest easy for today.
We'll chat in the morning. Only half a line. Where's this, Falcom? Anyway. And leaving the area goes us to the next chapter. Very much more old school Fire Emblem here. A lot more bam, boom, bum when it comes to moving to the chapters.
How wonderful to see my child awake at last.
It's such
Now
a
we'll
joyous
never have to
thing.
be apart. There's so much to catch up on, so much to see and do together. We can chat for hours, take long walks, share meals, and then...
Lumera is choosing to talk in the manner of a giant red flag. I do not trust her future.
If my child's memories are truly lost, I wonder... Emblem Sigurd.
I am here.
There's something I'd like to discuss with you.
I wonder what happened to all those rumours about a
Today certainly
genealogy
was
remake.
eventful. Queen Lumera seems so kind and caring. I'm sure she was a wonderful
Because I
mother.
swear every other Nintendo Direct, people were like, oh, now this will be the one where genealogy remake gets announced. We thought it was happening several Directs ago. It's like all the people that go on about Hollow Knight Silk Song. Like, oh, this is gotta be the time. It's gonna get announced. Silk Song, let's go. And they suddenly just have clown makeup on. Just like...
If only I could remember those days.
If I could
I
remember
must have felt so lucky to be her child.
everything. Chapter 3, Hostilities! Or Hostilities, that's the way you pronounce it. But Hostilities sounds a bit more dramatic to be saying. We cut to everything on fire. Well, that escalated quickly.
Why are you here alone?
I'm evil, Alir! Ha 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 ha! We even get a nice set of black clothing there. Oh, wouldn't mind wearing those. Well, we'll deal with the Dark Emperor version ourselves, probably with volcanic cards for some reason.
What was that? Are you all right? It looked as though you were having a bad dream. I was. But yes, I'm all right. Were you here this whole time?
Oh, look at mommy. Red eye, blue hair. Blue eye, red hair. Kind of interesting way to go about it with the whole quarters
You were
there.
wearing my ring when you went to bed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to take it off.
Alir, I have to admit, please stop having wet dreams when you've got my ring on. It's kind of weird.
That's all right. Keep it on. Then if something happens, I will be able to help.
Yeah, fair. Fair play.
Besides, after a millennium together, I would feel uncomfortable if we were separated.
Oh, I am so removing you the moment we're able to.
Mom,
Just to
what
spite
was
ya.
I like?
I should not spite things. It usually ends up poorly for me.
You knew me back then. You must be able to tell me something.
Well, you were kind, as you are now. There's no need to remember.
So Marth
everything
might
at
be
once.
hiding things from us, so that's great.
Take your time. Ease back into your memories. Lumera advised that too, didn't she?
I'm sorry, has there been any game where it's like, oh, we've got amnesia. Here's what we'll do. We'll go into the brain and, it's the Lane PSX game. Oh God, why? Why? Oh God, no, please, anything but that.
Yes, she did. Sorry. I don't mean to be impatient.
It's all right.
Ah, an explosion.
What was that? I'm not sure. An enemy raid? We had best take a look.
But we're on holy
I'm worried
ground.
about Lumera and the others.
Agreed.
The basics. Attacking with an art will break foes using bows, stones and knives. Thanks for the hint, guys. Ah, it would appear that it is actually enemies.
Vander, Clan, Fram!
Vander, your horse! You've lost it again.
Thank goodness you're safe.
What's happening? Tell me.
That.
Some enemies busted right through the castle walls like paper. Suddenly, bam, they're here.
Damn it.
Worse,
They utilized
it's also the
sizzles.
ring vault. If you ask me, they're trying to get their hands on the emblem rings.
Even as we speak, Queen Lumera is defending the vault. Quickly, we must fly to her aid.
Okay, let's just go on to our griffins and... Oh, wait.
Follow me.
And we enter battle. We must rout the enemy, a standard objective in most Fire Emblem games, where the objective is just kill everything that's red, unless they're recruitable. Then try and recruit them. And then break a DS in half when you repeatedly have to repeat a chapter because there's 2 recruitable enemies and one of them keeps dying while using a killer axe. And then you easily recruit Faja every time, because it's a lot easier. Anyway, because she's red in that battle, whilst Libra is green, because ally. I've played Awakening a couple hundred times, if you might, well, at least the first half of it. Oh, enemy item drops. Item icons on enemies indicate that you can get something for defeating them. Items you can attain will be highlighted in green in the enemy's inventory. And details. We can review information about unit by selecting them with X. We've been doing that already. Check the details screen for information about weapons and skills, and then return to battle with B or X. We've kind of been doing that already, but yes, we can go here and get a Fondanary. To be fair, we may, depending on your difficulty and whether or not you are trying to specifically use specific units more, you may or may not be needing a new one at this point. Anyway, Abaim here, I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, seems to be is an armoured unit actually. So high defense, meaning clan, you're up. Right, okay, so we've got some swords and a lance.
You called?
Fander's going to deal with the lance, so they're not able to do much. Now, as for the other enemies... Nope, that's the wrong one. Okay, so that's where they can get to. That might be worth keeping track of, because they have 5 movement and they're flying. We don't really have a way of dealing with them fully.
For the Divine Dragon.
That might not be the best method.
Me? Okay.
Let's deal with the unknown soldier with the lance. Right, that's then taken care of fully.
All right. Lend me your strength.
Come on, off. Oh yeah, we now have liberation. We really should probably use that. But Rapier also works because we've engaged. We dodge. Because we're pro dodging. Clan just stand there, just don't get in the way of attacks. No, you fool! You're sacrificing your XP! Yes, you fool! Attack me! Ah, we actually got hit. This one actually managed to hit. Damn it. Well, we'll hurry back anyway, so that's not too bad. Okay, and then yeah, all the flying units now fly on in. We're going to be surrounded very quickly.
We'll never make it to the ring vault.
Through this door, right?
Some muffled voices!
Yes, this is the one.
Then let's go.
I hear voices. Someone's coming.
You know, I was just thinking of doing something really stupid. So it's good here that some character has appeared to perform and that won't be necessary. Thankfully, Ilya is not thinking of doing that. You see, writers, isn't it easy to just think, oh, you know what, let's just have too many numbers. And not have, like, oh, don't worry, I'll use some kind of bullshit power. Yes, I am ranting about Cold Steel 3, if you're wondering. I don't know, every time I play for Cold Steel 3, I just end up getting this bit in my mind to just like, okay, here's a strong enemy, here's been trying to do something stupid, or sensible in some cases, because let's face it, just using a Divine Knight is sensible. In comes an old Class 7 member to go, that won't be necessary, quite literally in some cases, and that loop continues for most of it. Anyway, Prince Alfred!
Could it be? Are you the Divine Dragon? You finally woke up?
Yay!
Yes.
The dragon's awake!
That's amazing! You know, I've waited ages for
this to happen? There's so much to talk about. Later, of course. After we've taken care of
Obviously.
these scoundrels.
We'll talk to Alfred later once we deal with these enemies.
We're not sure. They attacked so suddenly.
Well, let's do this quickly. Pin down whoever's in charge and get some answers.
Sensible response.
These are my retainers, Etier and Boucheron. From now on, consider us at your disposal. Lead the way, Divine One.
Thank you for your help.
Alfred, Etier and Boucheron has joined our group. 3 new units for us to control. So that means time to look at them all. Starting off with, going from left to right, we've got Boucheron, an axe fighter. Yay, another axe user that actually will get experience more quickly than Vander will. Whoopee, and starts at level 4. So, yeah, that's good. And has the thing moved to tears. When an ally joins a chain attack in this unit's combat, the unit deals 2 damage. 2 additional damage. Not a bad idea, personally. Alfred is a noble on a horse. Nobles are those that are born into a noble royal family. In Alfred's case, a proficient horseman and skilled lancer. So he has a horse, which means cavalry things will hurt him, and he has a lance. That's good against swords. We didn't have that before. And he has Self-Improver. If unit uses weight without attacking or using items, grant strength +2 for a turn. Useful for something, I would assume. And Etier, an archer, meaning she uses a bow. That's literally what it means. And we also get to see the covert type. Covert units double their void bonuses from terrain effects. So in those thickets where it's normally +30, for Etier that's +60. That can be good, depending on the map, of course. If for the rest of the game there are no avoid terrain effects, then yeah, it's useless to just disregard it. But if all the maps do contain, then that's good. Etier can dodge better. Also,
It's an honor to meet you, Divine One. I'm Etier.
Etier here has
For
arrows.
knocking airborne enemies out of the sky.
She's describing it perfectly.
These muscles, I'll have those flyers dropping like flies.
Effectiveness! We're actually going to explain this, but I did explain this already in a way where, yes, if weapons have specific symbols, they are effective against units that have said symbols next to their class, or even just their name in general. So, for example, for us, we'd be dealt massive damage by any weapon that has a effective dragon symbol. All these flying units will be weak to a bow. So this is good news for us, as with Etier we can now do this. Nice 26 damage, 100% chance to hit, and even 5% chance to crit if we really wanted to just go for that overkill. And the dragon is and the griffin is beaten. Obviously we can't do much more in terms of where other people are positioned, unfortunately, but Alfred can get in a hit on this iron sword wielding person.
Sorry, Divine One. I didn't have a chance to introduce myself. My name's Boucheron. If I'm near an enemy you're fighting, I can jump in and land another hit.
Explaining what backup units can do.
Call on me if you need some extra oomph.
They can add a chain attack to an ally's assault. I should have mentioned that when I went through the ability bit, but a chain attack is something that's new, actually. Might be old, might be an old thing. Maybe something like Gaiden did it, and I'll never know because I've never played it. But regardless, it does mean that joining in for attacks, that screams of cheating. Actually, no, it's not cheating. It's just good usage of your refinement, knowing where to place units. This is a tactical game after all. Sure, I'm doing everything I can to take out these griffins with maybe not the best units to use on them, but still, just trying our best. Strength, speed and resistance up. Ooh, I hope this gets the Defiant Dragon's attention. Good on you, fam, good on you, just trying your best. Right, okay, let's just move up to there and then... Actually, how much damage can fam... Oh, not enough, okay. Let's move... No, not fam, clan. Clan, I mixed up the names already. Ah! Actually, it took longer than you'd think. Thank goodness for the dodge, because obviously going up close can render an archer dead.
Where to?
Pew.
Looks like I broke him.
I'm ready for more.
Oh, looks like we're caught up to where more enemies appear. That's a break. Oh wait, I just realised since Cantor's on Sigurd, that means we can't have Cantor on horse units by default. Fuck. Oh, that makes horse units inherently not as good as they could be. Yay! A strength boost on a mage! It's already fucking with me! Woo! But speed of this is in luck up. I'm not going to complain about that. Who still has movement? Oh, I do. I realized what I did. I chain guarded and then moved myself. So I'm now no longer chain guarded. He did 1 damage to you, Alfred. The fuck? Oh, but that one also did 1 damage and you let it live? Oh, you fucking picky arsehole. This may prove to be an issue. Units have decided to fly in and obscure what would be an easy path to the armoured unit. That being said, Clan can just go in like this and attack.
I have my orders. No one reaches the vault.
Quit. Yeah, quit! Clan has proven his use, even if he got his strength up on his level. Well, that takes care of the enemy with the Fulminary. Now to just take care of everything else.
What a workout!
Everyone else is horribly positioned. Duel Ratarloff. Okay, well, we'll get broken if we do that. But, oh well. The much I can do about it. We'll chain guard. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Go after Clan. Which means fire. Yeah, fire! You'll not get me on the hand! I swear, if I just start saying fire a whole bunch, I'll just suddenly think of fighting Captain Hook in Kingdom Hearts. Clan that saved us from getting hit by that unit with the chain guard, and that gave us a level up. Resistance and speed and health. Yeah, okay. I'll take it. And we get a thing! Block of attack cleared. And Alfred is the MVP on the map he is introduced on. This makes sense. 4 turns, and that's chapter 3, Hostilities, or Hostilities, if you want to pronounce it properly.
Looks
Done.
like we cleared the way. Let's get to the ring vault.
And so our valiant heroes make their way into the vault, and
the rest of your forces have all been defeated.
One trip into the...
So surrender now.
I feel like we've jumped the gun. We've skipped the scene here. Some shadowy figure was here. We put our sword out on them, and then they have teleportation powers.
Hint of fear? Of course I do.
Well,
Time to die.
we're going to die now. Yay! Hey, you fool! Dodge! And Lemera takes the giant dark lightning swirly stuff. Well, this sucks.
Now, why don't you hand the rings over to me?
Leave here at once!
This shadowy spectre fella just flies off and drops a thing in the process. POV, it took a massive killing blow. Oh no.
No.
Here, Queen Lumera, I'll fix you up.
Yay! Someone smart to actually use a healing thing in a cutscene! Hallelujah! Unfortunately, it would appear that this healing doesn't seem to work.
Really bad. And it's her divine dragon powers. They're almost totally wiped out. A divine dragon losing their power. It's the same as losing years of their life.
Ah.
The thing is, there's no reason Queen Lumera should be drained like this.
It's almost like as if maybe that purpley lightning attack maybe erased years. Just in order to tank the blow.
But why?
All the years you were sleeping, healing, I was transferring.
That would also do it. I am transferring my life force. Oh no, I am now the dead. It has an explanation, but also, darn. Why did you have to say all those things in the previous cutscene?
Oh no, this is my fault. I did this.
No, my dear. You have to push those thoughts away.
No, I know.
A mother wouldn't do to see life return again to her beloved child.
But
This ring, it belongs to you now. The ring of the Holy Night. I had so hoped to give you the ring I made as well. But that's not possible now. Listen to me, child. Those who invaded here, I sensed the power of the fell dragon within.
The bad guys. This fault is really big, thinking it through now. Fucking hell.
Please, I beg of you, gather together all 12 rings. And when your scattered memories return to you, you must fight on with the utmost divinity. I believe in you, my child.
I understand. I'll collect the rings. I swear to you. And I'll fight. I'll do whatever you want. But please, don't leave me. Mother!
Young one. How I've longed to hear you call me that. All of those years, I held out hope. My heart is fuller than you could ever know.
It can't end like this. You were going to give me that ring once my memories came back. You promised. And there
I'm dead to your
are so
impression.
many things you haven't told me yet.
Now
You
then.
said that we would talk.
I did.
Oh. This is
There's
sad,
still
actually,
so
to be fair.
much I wanted to say to you. Being your mother, becoming your mother has brought so much happiness into my life.
Oh. Cutscene went on a bit long there.
Happy to be your child. In this moment, here and now, and 1,000 years ago, I am. Don't go. Stay with me until I remember again. Please, Mother. I need more time.
Oh, my sweet one.
Man, whoever voices Mel and Lear, good work on your delivery.
We'll make
Good
a
work.
pinky promise. I swear to you, I'll be
They're
with you
pinkies.
always and forever. And the ring, remember. Once you've rested, we will talk. You and I.
Mother.
I hate that I'm this kind of emotionlessness where it comes to it. In terms of my face.
This simply cannot have happened. Queen Lumera.
Divine Dragon Queen. She has left us.
Mother, please wake up. You promised you'd stay by my side. You have to. You have to keep your promise.
And then the whiplash of the save screen. Lumera is dead. Long live King Alir. Truly a saddening event, losing your loved ones.
Thank you for
If
helping
only
with my mother's
Alir
funeral.
learned how to dodge.
It was the final service we could provide Queen Lumera as stewards.
I can't believe she's gone.
Come on, Fram. Think how hard this must be on the Divine Dragon. We gotta hold it together.
I'm trying, but...
Everyone's
Lumera.
sad now.
I never thought our paths would diverge so soon.
Nor I. And to leave a child behind, I did that in death. A bitter memory. I vowed to protect your offspring in your absence.
I think it kind of just spoils genealogy a little bit there, but to be fair, maybe Intelligent Systems intends on you having been a fan of the series or something, because the whole emblems. But what can you do if they're not all in if they're only all in Japanese? At least for some of the entries.
If we could grant our power now.
Marth, you know that's not possible without the other emblems here.
Ah, so their power's based on democracy. That might actually be good,
Yes,
since they're all
yes, I
heroes and
know.
all that.
This is awful. Sorry I couldn't have done something.
No, Prince Alfred. Without you, our losses may have been even greater. Though I must ask, why did you come? Was there something you needed?
Our kingdom is in danger. My mother sent me to ask Queen Lumera for help. All over Firene, our people are being attacked by these creatures.
Creatures? What kind of creatures?
Fucking hell.
These things are like people.
It would appear Finn,
Cracked, almost
the land Alfred comes from appears to be having some problems with corrupted. That's not good. That's not the good news at all.
Yes. Corpses brought back to life.
No wonder they wouldn't listen to us. They just keep attacking everything. We sent our knights out to hold them off, but it's a losing battle. My kingdom is being destroyed. Divine One, will you help us? Please, come with me to Firene.
Firene. That's how you pronounce it.
Me?
Firene.
What can I do? It was my mother's help you wanted, not mine.
She's dead. You're the only option.
Queen Lumera is gone. You're the last Divine Dragon. We need the power of the rings to save Firene. And only you can do that.
Fair enough. We do need the power of the Divine Dragon to be able to activate the Emblem Wings, so fair enough.
Sorry, I don't mean to press the topic. I'll return to Firene. We'll do what we can.
I'm coming with you.
You will?
I don't want more families to be torn apart. More people to suffer. Even if I'm scared, I have to push through my fear.
Taking the lesson the mayor taught him to heart.
Now that my mother is gone, it's my duty to step into the role of
Alfred,
Divine Dragon.
you don't deserve to see your mother die. Nor did I. We can't time travel, so...
And if each kingdom is protecting rings, I take it Firene has one, correct?
That's right.
Then I need to go there anyway, to honor my mother's request. She asked me to gather all of the rings and bring peace back to Helios. As the Divine
And so
Dragon,
the hero's
I
call has been
officially
answered.
accept the kingdom of Firene's request for aid.
That's great to hear. Thank you, Divine One.
Happy to help, Prince Alfred.
Just Alfred is fine. I've been visiting you at the Somniel since I was a boy. I think of you as an old friend. A very, very old friend.
Fair enough.
I appreciate that. Actually, I can't remember anything from before I fell asleep.
Nothing?
This world is new to me. I appreciate having friends who can teach me about it.
Oh, good news! We've got Alfred now, who can teach us about Fianna, at the very least.
Can't say I'll know much compared to Queen Lumera, but I'll
No,
try.
Thunder looks old. He probably has a good amount of experience of some of the land. He'll be able to
Thank
explain
you,
some stuff, I'm
Alfred.
told. Then again, maybe most of his years were spent on the Somnial, so maybe not. Reminding us that Sigurd has Canter as an emblem skill, so okay, it's an emblem skill. That's just straight up what it is. I cannot make up for what you've lost, but I'm at your side to find one. Damn it!
No.
Queen Lumera was always so nice to me, but now I'll never see her smile again. Damn it, a paladin, sink the sword. Damn, I can't make the reference. Anyway, man, I haven't been this sad over a fault since Final Fantasy 14. I hope I didn't spoil any Xbox players. Tee-hee-hee. They should have learned their lesson. Final Fantasy, primarily a PlayStation thing. Anyway, I will be your sword and shield to find one. With your lands. And a flower. What brings more comfort than that? What do you have to say? Poor Queen Lumera. When word gets out, there'll be mourning all over Fianna. That's... Blah, blah. Thanks for agreeing to help us. I hope you can do something to save Fianna. I am slowly going to say Beniri. I am going to do that. And I'm going to punch myself for it. Not everything needs to be about Pokemon. Speaking of which, on my wall, as you can see under the cool dude wording, is Torterra. My beloved. Anything else on the map? No. And pardon me. Let us depart to the next chapter. And while we're departing, fun fact, I actually looked in one of the cupboards recently.
We ought to establish a base of operations before we begin our journey.
Text dialogue occurring aside, I actually found like a bunch of textbooks, and it's me trying to get my GCSE in English when I was in college, and it's like, you did great work, you learnt the lesson well, ticks everywhere. My English tutor, brilliant person, definitely a good teacher. Definitely did highlight the fact that I needed to work better on paragraphs. I admit that was an issue. So then why did I fuck up in the tests? It's a mystery to everyone. Anyone who actually talks to me is like, actually, yeah, you do have a grasp of this. Why did you fail so badly?
The Somniel would be uniquely useful.
A little out of the way, isn't it? I can't imagine how we'd get everyone there and back.
Oh, so I posted on the YouTube community page like a bunch of DS games I have from my childhood. Just as a refresher, just as a way to show people that, yeah, those are the kinds of games I played. At least on a DS.
Divine Dragon, you can travel there no matter where you are in the world.
Well, that's convenient.
I can?
Indeed.
Because these two are talking about the Somnial.
One can only
should be
enter
paying
the
more attention.
Somniel with a Divine Dragon's power.
That
Without Queen Lumera's
does
blessing,
make it a good
even
place.
we stewards couldn't have set foot there.
That
is
does
what
make
makes
sense.
It a safe haven.
Well then, yes. Let's use it as our base.
That makes perfect sense as a base then. Yeah, sure, fair enough.
Before we depart, can you give me a moment? We'll be gone a while, so I'd like to say goodbye to my mother.
And that's also fair enough. We should pay our last
Take as
respects
much
to the
time as
Mara.
you need.
It's what is necessary. So we can just hop to the Somnial very quickly, apparently, so, you know. Why didn't we just teleport from the Somnial over to the castle?
This time.
Well.
This journey will be a long one. But don't worry. Vander and the others will be right beside me. I will fulfill my duty as the Divine Dragon. I will find
Hopefully,
all of the rings, just as you asked. And then, I'll return to you, Mother. I promise.
Gathers all the rings. I wish to be with my mother. Okay. Into, like, wherever Queen Lumera goes. In terms of her spirit goes. Depending on what Fire Emblem wants to set up and as the rules for that. Because rules may be different depending on the universe you are in.
Here we are. Safely returned to the Somniel.
Yay!
I didn't realize how spacious this place was.
It is rather quiet, I know. But it will liven up as we gain allies. We may need someone to supply us with equipment as well. Something to consider.
Right.
If we are to fight a horde of corrupted, ideally we need ways to get better weapons.
Oh, by the way, Divine One, might this be
Yeah,
yours?
found the thing that got shot by that Spectre person.
A piece of jewelry. I don't recognize it. The crystal.
Nice
looks
coloration
unusual.
going on there.
Where did you get this?
On the ground in the ring vault after the siege. I thought it might be yours, but apparently I was mistaken. No one has come forward, so it must have belonged to an enemy soldier. I'll dispose of it.
Wait. It's familiar somehow. Even though I've never seen it.
Then please, do take it. Perhaps it will help jog your memory.
Yeah, who knows?
Xander.
Maybe it does contain. Maybe it contains the memory, a memory, and it's just like
Once we've rested
I remember
for a
now.
bit,
That
let's
Spectre
head out
thing.
for Firene.
That could have been God itself. Well, no, hang on, I'm God. Anyway, to Firene we will be going. And my ass is going numb. Because I've been streaming for 2 hours. And I also streamed an hour of Cold Steel today. So that is a lot of fun. How do people do subathons? The Somnial is your base. Use this area to prepare for the next battle and interact with your allies. Additional activities and areas of the Somnial will allow your progress through the story. Open the world map to continue your adventure, access it from the menu allies in the battle. And we receive a special gift of a bunch of hero stuff. Folkfigir, Fensilar and Newton, and an Alphonse S, a Shanrina S, and an Anno S. Yeah, some things. Thank you, Fire Emblem Heroes, for existing, I guess. Regardless, well, we now have stuff in our menu. There's a reference, storehouse, Somnial map, save, but we'll save because we got our cutscenes. Whoo! Right, so Sigurd's just standing there as well. So as with in the other areas, we've got a bunch of things we can collect and a bunch of people we can talk to. It looks like there's not much going on at this moment, but seeing as this is meant to be similar to, say, our the monastery in Three Houses, except smaller, thankfully smaller, because trying to run halfway across, even just halfway across the monastery, causes the game to lag and a loading thing to occur, and you're just stuck there running because you're trying to get into a place, and it's got to be like, no, we got to do our loading thing, and it's like, at that point, use an actual loading screen for fuck's sake. So this is bad. Anyway, so and the yellowy icon as well. So I say this is a good time to end this first part. Now we're on Somnial, and out of all the prologue chapters by those things. So that means it's time for me to show. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, comment, like. Hey, if you do comment, anything about Fire Emblem you want to say, that'd be neat. Anything you want to say about any of my referential humour, hey, let's face it, sometimes referential stuff's better than me just being self-deprecating for the sake of I want to beat myself up. Let's face it, sometimes that's better. Even comment things you might want to see me play, because let's face it, Fire Emblem games tend to be a little bit on the long side, and I am doing the Cold Steel stuff still, so, you know. As for those on Twitch, if you do enjoy seeing what you are watching, follow, then you'll get notified. That can be a good thing, because I don't have any set schedule, though I do try to at least do at least an hour a day. Sometimes I end up doing 2. It's weird that, ain't it? So maybe it's me getting absorbed. Maybe it's my arse not getting sore. Who knows? Anyways, next time we're going to be going into Place of Abundance, as Lamera described it, and dealing with corrupted there, and maybe even more of those soldiers that attacked us in the near the ring vault, seeing as they're clearly after emblem rings. Where else but the other countries? Where else than all the countries? Maybe other countries. Maybe it's one of the 4 countries. Who knows? Or domes, as it were, because kingdoms and a queendom. I'm prolonging this too much now. I will see you all next time. Probably with Cold Steel, maybe with more of this. Who knows? Until then, I'll see you all. Bye bye.